iodine. Tell me, so what is the ionic equation? Ionic equation of iodine is I2 plus 2 electron gives rise to 2I minus, no. When iodine act as a oxidizing agent, one iodine can gain how many electron? 2 electron. I2 plus 2 electron, it becomes 2I minus. So therefore, what is the equivalent mass? Equivalent mass is equals to molecular mass, take m, okay, then divided by how many electrons it is? 2 electron. So therefore, equivalent mass is equals to m by 2. Next, next, what is the oxidizing agent? Barium permanganate. Okay, so barium permanganate, let us say in acidic medium. Come on, tell me, in barium permanganate there are how many permanganate ions? MnO4. It is 1 mole, no? Okay, 1 mole barium permanganate has how many permanganate? 2. So therefore, now what is the ionic equation? Let us take MnO4 minus, okay, I will take here MnO4 minus only. Okay, so therefore 1 mole permanganate has how many moles of ions? 2 moles. So therefore, now tell me, we have studied for 1 mole. 1 mole permanganate require how many H plus ions? 4. Here it is, no, 4, 8, 8. So 2 mole is required 16. It is actually double, no? Do you remember in morning class we have studied MnO4 minus plus 8 H plus 5 electron gives rise to Mn plus 2 plus 4 water molecule. It is a 1 permanganate ion, but here this 1 mole has 2 permanganate ion. Therefore, since it is a 2 permanganate ion, 16 H plus 10 electron gives rise to, it is everything double. What is the double here? 2 Mn plus 2 plus 8 H2O. Therefore, now what is the equivalent mass? Equivalent mass is equals to molecular mass divided by 10 or 5. If it is a 5, why? Per mole, no? Per mole, how many electron it is taking? Wait, 5 man, 10 electrons, no? This is 1 mole, no? It is 1 mole only. 1 mole taking 10 electrons, no? Have you written like this, 2 moles like this? No, it is 1 mole. This 1 mole has 2 molecules, alright. But 1 mole taking how many electron? 10 electron. Therefore, m by 10 it is per mole. Similarly, aluminium permanganate. Okay, this aluminium permanganate, it is 1 mole. 1 mole aluminium permanganate has how many permanganate ions? 3, right? It is 1 mole only, but 3 molecules or 3 ions. So therefore, can I take MnO4 thrice? Of course, it minus will be there. Then how many H plus? It is at 3 times, no? 1 mole is 8, right? H plus, no? 2 moles 16, 3 moles 24 H plus how many electron? 15 electron gives rise to 3 Mn plus 2 plus 12 H2O. So therefore, what is the equivalent mass? Equivalent mass equal to molecular mass divided by 15, because number of 15 electrons are taking by 1 mole. Okay. So it is about oxidizing agents. Okay. Oxidizing agent, take down K2Cr2O7 acidic medium 2, KMnO4 acidic medium 3, KMnO4 neutral medium or slightly alkaline medium also be taken. Next, KMnO4 strongly alkaline medium 5, iodine 6, barium permanganate acidic medium 7, barium not K, barium permanganate MnO4 neutral medium 8, barium permanganate strongly alkaline medium 9, aluminium permanganate acidic medium 10, aluminium permanganate neutral medium 11, aluminium permanganate in alkaline medium. Okay, tell me. So what is the N factor? N factor means number of electron gained or loss. In case of oxidizing agent, gained. So how many electrons are gained by 1 mole of potassium dichromate?
6, sir.
That is N factor 6. Pratika, what is the N factor for potassium permanganate acidic medium? 5. Next, neutral medium 3.
1.
It is 1. So remember this sequence 5, 3, 1 because majority questions are based on that. Next, iodine. Iodine 2. Next, barium permanganate. So barium permanganate, you see 1 mole barium permanganate has 2 ions. We know that 1 ion can take 5 electron. 2 ions can take 10 electron. Therefore N factor is 10. Next here.
56.
It is neutral medium. Right. In neutral medium, if there is a 1 permanganate ion, it gains 3 electron. There are 2, no? It means 6. Next, strongly alkaline medium. In strongly alkaline medium, if it is a 1 ion, it takes or there is addition of 1 electron. Here is 2. Next, aluminium permanganate acidic medium. So there are 3 permanganate ions. 1 permanganate ion can take 5 electron. 3 can take 15 electron. Next, neutral medium. In neutral medium, 1 permanganate can take 3 electron. So 3 can take 9 electron. Next, in alkaline medium, so 1 permanganate can take 1 electron. So 3 can take 3 electron. That is N factor. So N factor is nothing but number of electron loss or gain. Or in case of acid bases, N factor can also be acidity. In case it may be basicity, it may be valency, etc., etc. Okay, tell me here, what is the equivalent mass? Equivalent mass is molecular mass by N factor. N factor is 6. Here molecular mass by 5, molecular mass by 3. It is equals to molecular mass. It is molecular mass by 2. It is molecular mass by 10. It is molecular mass by 6. Molecular mass by 2. Molecular mass by 15. Molecular mass by 9. It is molecular mass by 3. taken? Next, reducing agent. Some important reducing agent. Tell me, which is the first reducing agent? Ferrous ammonium sulfate, FAS, which is also called Morse salt. So what is the composition of Morse salt? F means ferrous sulfate, A means ammonium sulfate, and 6H2O. Ferrous sulfate, FeSO4, ammonium sulfate, NH4 twice, SO4, and 6H2O, because it is a hydrated salt. Okay, in ferrous ammonium sulfate, which is the active part? So here active part is only ferrous sulfate. It means ammonium sulfate does not act as an oxidizing agent, it does not act as a reducing agent, right? It does not change in oxidation number, right? So it is not involved in any kind of reactions. So therefore, in ferrous sulfate, only ferrous ion is changes. So here Fe is a +2, SO4 is -2. What is the ionic equation? So ionic equation is ferrous sulfate, that is Fe +2, it lost one electron, it become ferric, ferrous to ferric, right? In ferrous ammonium sulfate, just ferrous converts into ferric, there is no change in other ions. So therefore, what is N factor?
1.
N factor is 1. Then what is the equivalent mass? So equivalent mass is equals to molecular mass divided by 1, which is nothing but M. Then suppose if you want to calculate molecular mass of equivalent mass of ferrous ammonium sulfate 6H2O, then tell me what is the equivalent mass. So equivalent mass is equals to, first of all we should calculate molecular mass. Tell me what is the molecular mass of ferrous ammonium sulfate. It has ferrous. What is atomic mass of ferrous? 56. Okay, sulfur, 1 sulfur 32 plus 4 oxygen 64 plus now 2 ammonium. What is the mass of the molecular mass of the ammonium ion? Nitrogen is 14, right? 4 hydrogen 4, right? It is 18 into 2. Are you following? 36 plus 1 sulfur 32 plus 4 oxygen 64, because 1 oxygen is 16, plus 6 water molecule. See, in calculation of equivalent mass, the molecular mass of water should be taken. It should be considered. Therefore, we know that 1 water molecule is 18. So therefore, 6 into 18, 108. So therefore, 392. So therefore, it is equivalent mass equal to 392 by 1, that is 392. Answer. Okay. So take one note. Take one note. In calculation of equivalent mass, in the calculation of equivalent mass of hydrated salt, in the calculation of equivalent mass of hydrated salt, the molecular mass of water should be considered. the molecular mass of water should be considered. Understand? Right? Next, second reducing agent is oxalic acid. So what is the formula of oxalic acid? H2C2O4. It is also hydrated salt. 2 water molecule will be there. Hydrated oxalic acid. Tell me, what is the ionic equation? In the ionic equation, we take it is a H plus 2 and C2O4 minus 2. So take only C2O4 minus 2 oxalate ion. Right. This oxalate ion converts into 2 carbon dioxide plus 2 electron. Yes or no? Tell me. It is a 1 mole. 1 mole oxalate ion can gives how many electron? 2 electron. Therefore, what is N factor? N factor is 2. What is the equivalent mass? M by 2. Okay. Next is ferrous oxalate. Ferrous oxalate, that is ferrous is a plus 2, oxalate is a C2O4 minus 2. So what is the formula? FeC2O4. Important. So write the ionic equation of ferrous oxalate. Now tell me, in ferrous oxalate, which is the active part? Ferrous oxalate or both? Both. Because you see, ferrous converts into ferric. That is a reducing agent. And oxalate converts into carbon dioxide. That is also reducing agent. So therefore, if you want to write ionic equation, you should write ferrous converts into ferric plus 1 electron. Next, oxalate C2O4 minus 2, oxalate converts into 2CO2 plus how many electron? How many electron? 2 electron. Therefore, tell me, what is the total number of electron? Fe plus 2 plus C2O4 minus 2, which gives rise to Fe plus 3 plus 2CO2 plus 3 electron. Therefore, what is the N factor for this? 3. N factor is 3. It means 1 mole of ferrous oxalate can produce how many electron? 3 electron. Because we have taken 1 mole. It is a 1 mole only. So 1 mole produces 3 electron. So therefore, N factor is 3. What is the equivalent mass? Molecular mass by 3. Important. Next. Ferric oxalate. Tell me. So what is the formula of ferric oxalate? You need not to buy hard. You take ions ferric and C2O4 minus 2 is oxalate. So crisscross method. Write the 3 here, write the 2 here. It becomes Fe2 C2O4 taken twice. Right, it is ferric oxalate. Next, in ferric oxalate, what are the active part of ions? Which are the active parts of ions? Either ferric or oxalate. Or both. Netra, In ferric oxalate, whether ferric is a reducing agent or oxalate or both. Suppose if you take ferric, if it is a reducing agent, it should lose electron, no? It should undergo oxidation. So ferric convert into, is it one more Fe plus 4 is possible? Iron exists only two states, ferrous and ferric. This conversion is not possible. Since this conversion is not possible, ferric cannot lose electron. Since ferric cannot lose electron, it cannot act as a reducing agent. That means here ferric ion is not a reducing agent. Okay, this is not reducing agent because already reduced. Ferrous is reduced to, no, ferrous is converted into ferric, right? It is already, it has oxidized. It means it already worked as a reducing agent. So further ferric cannot convert into higher oxidation state. That what ferric cannot act as a reducing agent. Then leave the ferric ion. Then what about oxalate? Then there are how many oxalate? 3 oxalate, because it is a 1 mole only. 1 mole ferric oxalate containing 3 oxalate ion. We know that if there is a 1 oxalate C2O4 minus 2 which gives rise to 2CO2 plus 2 electron, this is we know. But there are how many? 3. It means it become 6. It become 6. Then what is the N factor? N factor is 6. What is the equivalent mass? M by 6. Important. Okay. Next is what given next? List given, no? Sodium thiosulfate, right? Na2S2O3, which is also called hyposodium thiosulfate. Sodium thiosulfate or hypo. Okay, now tell me, in hypo, which is a active part of reducing agent, Na plus or S2O3 minus 2? Because Na is a plus, it become S2O3 minus 2. Is it Na plus converted into Na plus 2? Not possible, right? That means Na plus is not a part of oxidizing, not a part of reducing. It does not change. Since Na plus does not change, you need not to take in reaction. Then which is take part in the reaction? Yes, S2O3 minus 2. Do you remember? S2O3 minus 2 changes to what? It changes to S4O6 minus 2, which is called a tetrathionate. Important. Tetrathionate ion. Based on this, in 2020 there was question given in NEET exam. Oxidation number idhar mele. Okay, so S2O3 minus 2 which convert into S4O6 minus 2. Okay, this is a thiosulfate. Thiosulfate changes to tetrathionate ion. Then what should be taken? Tell me. You should take 2 moles, no? 2 here, 2 3s are. Tell me, it lost how many electron? Balance the charge. 2 2s are 4. 4 negative charges. Thous. 2 2s are 4. 4 negative charges. Here how many negative charges? Only 2 negative charges. It means there should be 2 electron lost. Okay. Now tell me, what is N factor? This question for Pramod. What is the N factor for this equation? 1. Very good. Because it losing 2 electron, of course, but how many mole? 2 moles. We have taken 2 mole. For 2 mole it losing 2 electron, but what is n factor? For 1 mole. Per 1 mole it loses 1 electron. So therefore, what is the equivalent mass? Equivalent mass is equals to molecular mass by 1, not 2. Right? Now, what is n factor? Tell me. N factor is for element. N factor equal to what?
Valency.
Valency. Right? Next, for acids. Okay, n factor also equal to basicity. For bases, n factor equal to acidity. Yes or no? Next, even for salt, n factor equal to total positive or negative charges. Next, for oxidizing or reducing agent, n factor is also equal to
Change in oxidation state.
change in or else number of electron loss or gain. Number of electron gain or loss per mole of oxidizing or reducing agent. Overall, n factor also equal to change in oxidation number per mole of oxidizing or reducing agent. That is n factor. So n factor can be taken as a commonly. So therefore, what is the general equation for or common equation for equivalent mass? Yes. So therefore, by considering all these things, we can write that equivalent mass of any element, acid, base, salt, whatever it is equals to molecular mass divided by what we can write? N factor. Right? Suppose if it is equivalent mass of acid, what is n factor become? Basicity. If it is oxidizing reducing agent, change in oxidation number. So it can be used differently. Okay. Next, what is the gram equivalent mass or gram equivalent weight? Gram equivalent weight is equals to gram molecular weight divided by n factor. Take the question. Molarity of sulfuric acid solution is molarity, capital M. Molarity of sulfuric acid solution is 18, capital M. 18 molar, capital M, 18. If the density of solution is, if the density of solution is 1.8 grams per cubic centimeter. 1.8 gram per cubic centimeter. Calculate the molality. Calculate the molality. Small m should be calculated. So this is a one good question. By giving molarity, they expect molality. Tell me. So what is the molarity given? Capital M. 18 molar. 18 molar. Then what is the density of solution given? 1.8 grams per cubic centimeter. Density given. Then what we have to calculate? Molality. Tell me. To calculate molality, we have formula. Molality is equals to weight by, or else number of moles, correct? Number of moles of solute divided by weight of the solvent in kg. Or else if you take in grams, okay, into 1000, it should be in grams. Okay. Come on, tell me. In this formula, what is the N? N is number of moles of solute or solvent? Solute. What is the WA? Weight of solvent in grams. Okay, fine. We want number of moles of solute, weight of the solvent. But what they have given here? Molar, that is molarity. Do you know 18 molar sulfuric acid means what? 18 molar sulfuric acid means 18 moles of the sulfuric acid present in 1 liter of solution. Yes or no? Mole per liter. So therefore, so this 18 molar indicate 18 moles of the sulfuric acid, 18 moles of sulfuric acid in 1 liter of solution. That means 1000 ml of solution. Howda? So therefore, now here we got 18 moles. That means N equal to 18 moles. We got it. Then we want weight of the solvent. Okay. But what we have here? Volume of solution. So therefore, volume of solution is there. Density of solution is there. Here density. So therefore, we know that density is equals to mass by volume. But actually I want mass of solvent we required, but let us calculate for solution. Mass of the solution equal to density of the solution into volume of solution. Okay, then tell me, mass of the solution equal to density given 1.8, volume is given here 1000 ml. So therefore it become 1000 180 na 180 grams, right? It's 1.8, no? Correct, no? 180, huh? Alri, it is 10 power 3 alva. 10 power 3, no? So it is 1, 2, 3. It is 1800, no? What mathematics, man? ಅಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ತಪ್ಪಾದ್ರೂ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತೀರಂತ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸೈಡ್ ಡೌಟ್ ಬಂತಲ್ಲ. ಹಂಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಯಾವ್ದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ತಪ್ಪಿರಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿಂದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ 1800 grams. What is this? Mass of the solution. But actually what we want? Mass of the solvent. So therefore, now tell me, mass of solution is equals to mass of solute plus mass of the solvent. But actually we want mass of solvent, which is equals to solution minus solute. Solution we got how much? 1800 minus solute is how much? Solute is not given here. Solute is not given directly but indirectly given. So what is the number of moles of solute? 80. How many moles? 18 moles. It means 18 moles of sulfuric acid is dissolved. It means 1 mole means how many grams? 1 mole sulfuric acid, it means 98 grams, because gram molecular mass, no? Sulfuric acid. We know that gram molecular mass is equals to 1 mole. Right? So therefore 1 mole equal to 98 grams, but there are how many moles? 18 moles. So therefore 18 into 98 grams. Tell me how much it is? Hmm? 1764 grams. Therefore subtract 1800 minus 1, only 36 grams, huh? 36 grams. So therefore now substitute in this equation, molality is equals to number of moles is 18 grams, 18 moles by W is 36 grams into 1000. So there, tell me. Got 500. Okay, that's it.